Member states, and only member states, determine the policies of the organization at those meetings, make the final decision on what they will discuss, and they themselves determine who attends as observers. To put it crisply, Director Generals only extend invitations when it's clear that member states support doing so.
China's representation and not the separate issue of Taiwan's attendance. Given that Beijing's One China principle is not international law and not universally recognized, critics of the WHO and the Director General's reluctance to invite Taiwan say that you're making a political call if you fall into line with Beijing's views on the issue. How would you respond to that?
To allow Taiwan to attend as an observer this year, and conversely, I understand that you have the authority to invite them yourself. Would you?
Our fourth speaker here is Mr. Derek Walton.
Thank you, and thank you for the question. There are 5 points I'd like to make to respond to that question. First, the Secretariat works within the framework of rules and policies decided by the 194 member states of WHO. These include the decision you mentioned, the decision by WHO member states made 49 years ago. That still applies, where the Health Assembly decided that the People's Republic of China is the, and I'm quoting here, is the only legitimate representative of China to the World Health Organization, close quote, and further decided, and I'm quoting again, second point, WHO experts recognize and have publicly said here at these press conferences and otherwise that Taiwanese health authorities have mounted a very successful response to the outbreak and have good experience to offer. All are examples of where they have contributed significantly, and their contributions there are appreciated. Third, WHO is premised on the principle that the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being, without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic, or social condition. This is in the WHO Constitution. It's part of our DNA as an organization. Fourth, member states, and only member states, determine the policies of the organization at those meetings, make the final decision on what they will discuss, and they themselves determine who attends as observers. To put it crisply, Director Generals only extend invitations when it's clear that member states support doing so. Fifth and final point, a practical one. A proposal has been made by 13 member states now that the Assembly itself make a decision on an invitation. All 194 member states can consider the issue collectively in accordance with the rules of procedure. Member states can also choose to look for a diplomatically agreeable solution for handling this issue. They have done so many times in the past, working cooperatively together. Success on that depends on political will and political engagement, which underscores the point that this is a political issue that is properly in the hands of member states. Thank you.